Hello and welcome to my fast-paced playthrough of the Eastern Roman Empire. As you can see, we are omnisciently hovering over the capital of the empire, which is Constantinople. So, traditionally the Eastern Roman Empire suffers a tumultuous decline, depending on the calibre of the emperor, but hopefully that's not going to happen. And speaking of emperors, you can see how many family members we have, and they shall be used more as heavy cavalry because they are terrible governors. They can't organise themselves in a brewery, and that is useful as a chocolate teapot in the role of governor. So you can see why we have why I've got my faction heir, why he skips a generation, because the person before him is awful. And that's why faction leader. So what I'm doing at the moment is organising a controlled rebellion, and basically what I need to do, the crews need to control the rebellion, and of course some provinces still rebel, and because at the moment quite a few of them want to rebel already, and I'm going to just push them over the edge, and I shall use that rebellion to massacre most of my own men, because population is a bad thing to have really once you get past a certain tech level, because it just causes more and more unrest due to the increased amount of squad your system space. So you want to basically massacre them, because I want to keep these provinces and move my armies out of them, because similar to Schylock, whose kind of blitzkrieg style I'm copying, and he did Western Roman Empire playthrough, and he completed it in 8 turns. I'm going to go for a slightly less ambitious 20-turn finish, because I have never done it before. I'm a bit of a noob. But anyway, carrying on with my control rebellion, I'm getting rid of all pagan temples, because I want to convert the Eastern Roman Empire to Christianity, which it was after Constantine the Great, or Constantine III, whom the capital is named after. And hopefully it will, while I'm doing it, and I'm also causing them to rebel, I might as well change the religion, because, well, there won't be any governors to mess it up. Because in this game, if the religion of the governor is the religion that the populace have to follow, so I shall be removing them, and they should be used as heavy fighting. So as you can see, I'm just making the best use out of my generals by moving them up and using my property on the scanty down. The idea with destroying the troop reducing buildings is that when the settlement rebels, it won't have any good troops that can challenge my mediocre troops that we start off with, and all that will spawn peasants and possibly a rebel general, but it's random if it happens or not. Since I'm just shuffling troops around still on tweaking tax rates, it takes about a turn or two until they actually revolt. I don't want Caesarea to revolt at the moment. I'll produce some troops with it while I still have the money. Of course, I'm trying to build a few ports if possible, because ports are very good for trade and possibly the most cost efficient thing that you can create. The empire is surrounded by the Sassanids, and in a couple of years' time, the emperor, historically, he led a failed campaign against the Sassanids under the command of Shapur the First, who beat I can't remember the name of the general, but I think he beat Emperor Valerian as well at the Battle of Edessa. Yes, of course he did, because my pseudonym is named after. moving a general to slammers, because I swear every time I've played through this, and I have played through it quite a bit just to make sure that I'm on the right track, my plan works. A Rebel General spawns in slammers, and the Rebel Generals have 2 hit points and are really powerful considering the weakness we have on them. At the moment we only really have Lima's army, who are supposed to be just garrison levies, guarding the borders, and you have a few commuter tensos, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, with a few archers, which represents kind of their historical scarcity. They're often just the later Roman army is supposed to have groups of archers attached to it in a ratio of 5 normal infantrymen to 1 archer, but quite often it was more of a hassle to kind of carry all these different weapons, so carry swords, spears, plumbatai, which are darts, which Roman soldiers of late the 4th, 5th and 6th centuries carried, and also bows, so they were just, the archers were just they congregated into groups of archers, which were kind of assigned on an as and when you need them basis. And you see that I'm going to launch a big strike on Saturdays. The thing is to cripple them early on, because Hatra's there. Hatra's going to be the onus of my attack, because that's where a lot of the forces are centred and where they go to. And by getting rid of that, I also get rid of a couple of units of Clibinari and Clibinari Immortals as well. And once you get rid of the Clibinari, the heavy armoured horsemen, you don't have much to face. It's just levy spearmen. That's about it. And the assassinate problem will take me most of the campaign, but I also have to worry about other far-flung objectives, which include taking Rome and Carthage, which means that it'll be a somewhat longer campaign for myself. But anyway, this is the end of the first turn. I'm making a video every turn because personally I prefer to watch that, and that's how I like. I think it's easier when you're demonstrating a shorter blitzkrieg campaign to see it a turn at a time. Well, this has been quite a long turn, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.